right, here we go. Hello, my beautiful people. Happy Friday, or whatever day it is that you're watching this. I don't know. So one thing for today, before I say like what it is that I'm gonna talk about today, is accepting that every single day is going to be a battle with that one thing that you fear the most. In my case, it's speaking. It's speaking my truth. It's pressing play on that camera. It's, facing my fears of what are people going to think about me, and even if, I have all of this knowledge, from all the books that I have read, from all the podcasts that I've heard, from all the seminars that I've been to, just all this knowledge that I have been able to gain within the past 7 years, but there's still that version of me from my past that tells me, no, you cannot speak. You cannot. Like, it's just impossible, and yeah, it comes from my traumas, it comes from my upbringings, it comes from my culture, growing up in a very strict family household, where you had to do, everything the best way possible. Otherwise, like, you had no name in the family. Like, if you were not an example to somebody out there, like, that's it. Like, my family would disown you. And I grew up with that mentality that, like, I cannot show my flaws to people. I cannot be vulnerable to people. There is no being sad over here. There is no crying. Just a very tough childhood, very tough mentality. You're either working or you're working. You're either becoming the best version of yourself or you're becoming the best version of yourself. There were no ifs or buts. Just, you had to do what you had to do, period. So anyways, that's why it's so difficult for me. But you know what? Every single day that I choose to accept that part of me, but still push past those fears, it's a win. I'm winning. And here we go. It's a day to win again. And it's a day to do what my heart wants me to do, which is, if this video is gonna like relate to anybody, if this is gonna help out anybody out there, that's it. It's a win. My intention is not to be Miss Perfect. My intention is simply to, if anybody out there is struggling with any of the things that I'm going to be talking about in any of my videos, that's enough for me, because that is truly my purpose of being here, of why I wanted to write my book, of why I am conquering all these fears and traumas from my past, because I really come to see them now as gifts. All of these traumatic experiences that I'm going to talk about slowly but surely in all of my videos, it's gonna be that thing that, yeah, unleashes my potential, but also that is able to reach out to as many hearts as I possibly can, because I'm also doing it for that Alexandra that was hopeless and that thought that, where she was at, that was it. There was no way out. It was what it was, like, your past defined you, and there was just no solutions. There was no way out. And it was learned hopeless, like, you feel like you're trapped. You learned it in your childhood. You feel like you cannot do anything because, yeah. Anyways, going off topic. But the topic for today was gonna be, my super long intro, yes. But what are you believing in, and is it helping you? And what does shifting your perspective is, and how can it play out in your life? And how can it help you? So when I think about that question, what are you believing in, and is it helping you? I I use it every day. You know, Alexandra, what are you believing in today? What are you choosing to believe in? You know, when I have those intrusive thoughts that people are gonna think that I'm the worst person ever, like, who do I think I am? You know, I'm actually not helping anybody out there. I begin to ask myself, is me believing all of those things going to truly help me? Is it actually going to, not only is it going to help me, but is it going to help out anybody out there? No, it is not. So shifting perspective, you know, I brought in my glasses today that I barely use because I only use them for computer. Well, sometimes when I remember, you know, sometimes I just don't. I mainly use it for the blue light, but it's that thing of shifting your perspective, you know, like, what lens are you putting on? You know, what eyes are you choosing to see the world with today? You know, the confident eyes, the insecure eyes, the subconscious eyes, like, I don't know, the adventurous eyes, the courageous eyes. What lens are you putting on today? And not only today, like, for just this 1 minute, this 1 hour, you know, what lens are you choosing to put on? Because shifting your perspective, what do I mean by perspective? For instance, how you see the world, okay? And I guess I can give an example. For instance, me right now, I could be limited into saying, oh my God, Alexandra, your mind is about to go blank again. If I choose to believe that the reason why I need to stop this video is because my mind is going blank, that's how I'm seeing it. I'm seeing my mind going blank as something that is bad, and therefore I need to stop this video. Versus, hey, my mind is going blank and maybe I can just take a pause and it's an opportunity to talk about something different. Or I don't know, just a different way of looking at things. And I guess, well, I'm gonna say the story about so I got into a scooter accident. This was almost 2 years ago already. But I was with so I have veneers, right? I have porcelain veneers, and I had one of my front teeth over here was cracked, right? And you could see my original tooth, right? Because in my accident, you know, I was just messed up. Like my whole teeth were just messed up, and I did not have health insurance over here in the US, dental insurance, I mean. So I had to wait until I went to Peru. And also, okay, yeah, there was a huge part of me that just did not want to go to the dentist over here in the US just because my family, you know, is full of dentists. You know, my aunts, my uncles, their dentistry is basically like the logo in my family from Peru. And so I wanted to wait until I went to Peru to fix my veneer. But then there was this challenge, you know, this one big challenge that I was facing, which was how I look, my appearance. It was that fear that, you know, now people are gonna make fun of me because I have a broken tooth. Now I cannot make friends because I have a broken tooth. Now nobody's gonna like me because I have a broken tooth. And then just when Alexandra wanted to just get depressed over one broken tooth and just not go out, you know, hide in her cave, just read her books, just journal, just meditate, just go to like the temple of the universe, you know, 24/7, but just covered up and like nobody see you and like you don't know anybody. You know, you're gonna go to school, you're gonna make no friends in school, you're just gonna hide, you're just gonna come back home. Okay, in that moment I don't know if it took a day or 2 days or a week, but I eventually decided to put on a different lens. And I simply went, you know what? This is going to be the reason why I grow. Me having this broken tooth is going to be the reason why my self-love is going to grow, and I'm just going to skyrocket. You know, I'm just going to go from, I was a self-love right here, we're going to go a self-love like right here, you know, and above the moon. Because if I am able to show up and still accept myself and approve of myself and, you know, cherish myself with that broken tooth that apparently was the biggest limitation, you know, because it was me looking at myself in the mirror every day. And yeah, once I decided to see it as an opportunity for me to grow, my life changed. And I know that this sounds, I'm exaggerating, but seriously, my self-growth tripled, quadrupled like never before. When I was smiling, you know, as big as I possibly could. Actually, you know what? I was smiling harder when I had my broken tooth than like when right now I have like my perfect teeth again, you know, because now I finally was able to fix it. But I swear, like, I was going to the dancing, you know, I dance bachata, salsa. I am a fanatic of dancing. You know, dancing is the most beautiful expression, in my opinion. You know, dancing has been the key to my soul, the key to my heart, you know, my passion, you know, and even for dancing, okay, but that's for another video. Just really, when I decided to believe something different about the significance and meaning that I was going to give to a certain situation, life changes. Just life changes, you know, just like that Jim Rohn quote says, you know, the world does not need to change. When you change, the world changes. And yes, because the other quote, you know, the other thing he usually says is, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Yes, absolutely yes. Because you are your biggest masterpiece. You are your greatest asset. The day of tomorrow, you know, it's not going to be your ideas that are going to bring out the best success. It's going to be you. It's going to be your character. It's going to be that resiliency that you have. It's going to be those skills that you were learning all these years. It's going to be those abilities that you have, you know. That's what's truly going to matter. It's the work that you decided to do on yourself, especially when you did not want to do all this work because you would rather just be out there, you know, partying, or you would rather be out there having the time of your life. And you know what you know, and you know what you need to do. And you want to know, like, this is completely off topic, and you know, my mind's gonna go blank again. Okay, but anyways, let's go back to the topic. What are you believing in, and is it helping you? Okay, just, this is a self-reflection activity. It's just, what if I were to shift my perspective? How would my life change? And you know, and this is for all those people that struggle in just being in a headspace that is so limited, because you know, we are our own biggest enemies. Like, it is what it is, you know. The biggest criticizer, you know, the person that is really your worst enemy is yourself. You know, every single day that you wake up and you choose to do something that a past version of you is telling you not to do, that's the real battle. You know, it's you against you. And yeah, but if we can shift perspective, it will help you just a tiny little bit even to go out there and beat that old version of you that is telling you that you cannot do it. Okay, so I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Keep on doing the work on yourself. If you are, even if you're not, you know, it's never too late to start. You're never too late for anything. If anything, where you are at right now is exactly the perfect place where you're supposed to be, because this is also for another video, but I'm just gonna say it real quick before I leave. Okay, I forgot even what I was gonna say. Anyways, and that's the other thing that I love about like me posting these YouTube videos, that I am showing you the authentic me, the real me, you know, the girl who could forget about what she's talking about in the middle of a sentence, but she continues, you know, the confident Alexandra that even if her mind is telling her no, we're gonna go ahead and still do it. And yeah, but anyways, I hope that this empowers anybody out there and it inspires them to do the same thing, because no matter what it is, you can do it. Okay? And again, what are you believing in and how is it helping you? And if it's not helping you, what different belief can you have? You know, what replacement of thought perspective can you bring to the table so that you can get yourself closer to what you actually want to do in life, to who you actually want to become, who you truly are, you know? Because all those intrusive thoughts, they're not you. Okay? And yes, I'm never gonna get tired of saying it. They are not you. You are greater than your body, your thoughts, your environment, your circumstances, where you're at, how you feel, how you think. Just, I'm not even me right now, you know? Like, okay, but this is like another spiritual, just another deep talk for another video. But yes, I love you guys. You guys are amazing, and until next time, bye.